originally from round here. I was still at school when my parents told me they were moving to Newcastle. My dad was in the army being posted here. It was further north than I'd ever been before, far from the friends I'd made in Shropshire where I was living. I knew nothing of Newcastle, didn't want to either. As a stroppy teenager being dragged away from my mates, my view of the city was a negative one, not to mention stereotypical. I'd moved around a lot, you see. As far as I was concerned, it was a change of school just too far. A new set of friends to find, a language unlike any I'd heard before. English, yes, but with a funny accent I couldn't get my head around. Our first house was in Heslyside Road in Erston. I found that if I stood on my tiptoes I could actually see the sea from my bedroom window. That was a first, the only saving grace for an unhappy fish out of water. I'd never lived beside the sea before. Little did I know what a wonderful surprise was waiting just up the road. I have to say that when I saw the North Northumberland coast for the very first time, it took my breath away. Still does. I never did change schools. I started work instead. My first job was as a telephonist in the old post office exchange in Carlisle Square. It's gone now. That job wasn't exactly a bundle of laughs, especially when people rang up and asked to be put through to a number in Prudder. I remember trying to find the name in my directory, asking my supervisor for help when my caller got impatient. It was, of course, Prudhoe, as I was pronouncing it. Needless to say, I didn't last very long in that job. My parents moved again into an army hiring at Mardale Road, East Denton, much closer to my dad's work at Fenham Barracks. It's gone now, too. I went to work in a little hairdresser's in Prudder Street, of all places. It also disappeared when Eldon Square was built. The one thing that struck me when I moved to this area was the people. How friendly they were. They took me to their hearts even though I was the one with the funny accent. When my parents left the area for good some years later, I stayed. My crime novels are all set in this region, held up as champions of the city and all that's good about it by readers who recognise the locations. As one fan put it, she reads my novels to get her Geordie fix. How proud was I to read that? Buildings and streets may be gone, but like Bamborough Castle, I'm still here. I now have a Tyneside lilt, and I live just down the road from Prudder.